then you just start eating my deck. How horny can you be? Leave my deck alone. Second Fab Codex has been leveled. Can I get a... Wow, Zajef, I never expected you to level up this Favonius weapon today. Too long, good job, buddy. I'll show you too long. Bro, why is Flinz's polearm so big? He doesn't need something that big. Read this when you're done with dailies. Highest DPS ranking by CN community. Holy shit, man. This character sure is good. Oh, so true. Wait, this character is that high? Number one, it says Varka, by the way. I believe it. We gotta get this shit done. Well, let's get this bread, as they say. Let's get this baguette. So it's separated in 4 costs, 8 cost, and 12 cost. No, and unlimited. Yeah, 12 cost and unlimited. Maoika Overload is the best at 4 cost, then Molani, then Zabai, then Arlecchino. Is that right? That can't be right. I guess it makes sense, actually. If it was 3 costs instead of 4 costs, Gumming would probably be higher. But the problem is that there isn't a good 4th cost with Gumming. Like, you got Seatlali, then Seatlali C1, then Seatlali C2, and then the next cost is just the, like, dog shit. Ooh, I'll get Xianyun in my team and be a downgrade over Eon-san. Amazing. Ooh, Seatlali C3, insane. Maoika Sig. If we're abusing the cost system, I'm pretty sure Maoika Sig is worse than Fruitful Hook. I kind of feel like they just didn't try Gumming though, because I feel like Gumming should be higher than 181, even if it's just 3 cost. Look at 8 and 9. Inepa official Colomina Sucrose 202k. Flynn's official Colomina Sucrose 195k. Yes, 4 cost Flynn's is worse than 4 cost Inepa. Wait, 8 cost? Chaska is this high? I guess it's a C6R1, right? So it kind of makes sense for characters that have good C6s and functional teams with no 5-star supports to dominate the 8 cost, right? And the difference between 2 and 6 is like 20k DPS. The difference between 1 and 2 is as big as the difference between 2 and 9, by the way. Wait, no, it's actually bigger. That's insane, actually. What the fuck? Shouldn't Nefer be higher? The issue with Nefer is, like, at specifically 8 cost, characters whose premium team is 5 stars kind of get gimped, right? You have to either say, okay, I'll go, like, C2 Nefer. Like, C2R1 Nefer is 4 cost, then, like, C2 Llama, and then C0 Columbina. But because you're 8 cost, then you're competing against C6 carries. And it's not that good. And the alternative is to do C6 Nefer, but then you have to choose between getting Nefer's Sig or getting one of either Llama or Columbina. If it was 9 cost instead of 8 cost, Nefer would probably be second, because then Nefer would be able to have Llama and Columbina without having to give up on C6. That 8 cost has no beat us is have Llama Sig. A C6 5-star is 7 cost. Because the C0 is 1 cost too. So that's probably C6 Nefer, C6 or C0 Llama. Or maybe it's C2R1 Nefer, C2R1 Llama. It could be that too. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one is better. Because Llama C2 is really good. But I feel like if you're going to do that, then you'd probably do C2R0 Llama and then bring Columbina. So it's probably just C6 Nefer. It's C6 Llama, C0 Nefer. True. Wouldn't R1 Nefer be good too? Yeah, but if you're getting R1 Nefer, you're not getting Llama anymore. Because that's 8. C6 R1 is 8 cost. That's why Maoika is so good. Because Maoika's, like, one of Maoika's premium teams is Maoika, Eon, Sancho's Auron. And that's 3 4-star characters. So you can go C6 R1 Maoika in her premium team. And by default, it's already a team that is dominated by Maoika personal damage. But yeah, and then Arlecchino here is mainly because Seatlali cons are really fucking good. So you can go C2 Seatlali, C3 R1 Arlecchino maybe? Or maybe R1 on Seatlali is better than C3 on Arlecchino? I'm not sure. It's probably C3 R1 Arlecchino. I'm surprised Seatlali doesn't show up more. The main reason why Seatlali doesn't show up more here is because when you limit things with the cost system, Seatlali is not Maoika's best team. Unless you're limiting at, like, a cost that allows you to get C6 Maoika and still have cost to spare. And, like, what other meld carries exist? Like Arlecchino, and that's kind of it. Like, Gaming too, I suppose. But again, right, Gaming also doesn't have constellations himself. Gaming C6 is already assumed to be 0 cost, rather. So, like, you can't gain anything from Gaming directly. He doesn't even have a signature weapon that's an improvement for him. Anyways, Zabai, Lua Aino Goro. Yeah, you can see how the 4 cost Dubai team has Colombina, but the 8 cost doesn't. Because at 8 cost, that's exactly enough for C6R1 of your carry and nothing else, right? And Dubai's C3 isn't better than Colombina from C2, but Dubai C6 is better than Colombina from C5, which is really funny. But that's why she goes down, right? You're losing like parts of your team. Molani Mona Sugos PMC is not that high when you compare it to the ranking at 4 costs, just because Molani's cons past C2 aren't nearly as good. They're still good, but they're not nearly as impactful as the C2 is, like the first 2 cons are. Varessa, Eonsan, Choi's PMC, kind of just... That's actually kind of surprising to me. Is Varessa C6 really better than getting, like, C2 Varessa with, like, C2 Mawika or C2 Durin? That's surprising to me. I guess so. Time to get C6, so true. Lindsay, Nefa, Colombina, Sucrose. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense as well. Read the rules. Mawika would probably deal more DPS than Varessa, so it's not allowed. Oh, I see. Anyways, let's get back to this. So... why is Colombina listed before Flynn's here? Does it support Flynn's for Colombina carry? Holy. Yeah, and then that's also pretty funny. C6R1 Llama is, like, not even that far behind Nefer here. That's so funny. That's probably Nefer on one. Like, Nefer's Zig on Llama, you mean? Maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember what they do for Llama carry. Alright, 12 cost. Now you're getting into C6R1 carry with cons on supports territory, right? So this is C6R1 Mawika for 8. C2 or 0 seat Lolly. And then Chevreuse with Fork, probably. Or Eonsan with Fork. And then this is probably C6R1 Nefer for 8 with... that can't be right. Is R1 on Llama really better than having Colombina? There's no way. I guess you don't dash cancel at C6 Nefer anymore. And if you don't dash cancel, you don't really need the passive that allows you to get the Moondrift... or Moon Ridge dues, yeah. Colombina looks broken because Nefer and Llama are broken. She isn't that good by herself. But, like, for Nefer, one of the reasons why Colombina is so good for Nefer is because of the way that she allows you to get those Moon Ridge dues, right? And it allows you to do rotations that don't suck with Nefer. But I guess for C6 Nefer, that doesn't matter because you're doing your attack slower. So you don't run into problems with the Verdant Dew by itself. You don't need the extra Moonridge Dew. I guess it makes sense. That's still kind of surprising to me, but I guess it makes sense. C6 Nefer consume more all 36 Llama stacks, but you're not getting 36 Llama stack because you can't hold E on Llama if you don't have Colombina. Is there an energy rule that makes Skirk disappear after the 4 cost category? I mean, it's just that cost maxing on Skirk is kind of... like, you have to understand, okay? R1 Skirk is 4 cost. R1 Skirk isn't reaching this. Because you have to realize, right, in these teams, you look at Dubai, right? Dubai only has 1 5-star. In her base team. You look at Nefer. Nefer's not running Colombina here. Oh, wait, no. I'm an idiot. She is here. But, like, she's barely there, right? Like, it's 204 over 181. I'm blind. My goodness. Mona, yeah, Mona doesn't count as a cost. I wonder what they did for freeze resistance and all. But, like, the 8 cost category is dominated by characters that are at C6. With good C6s, but if you do that, you can't run 5-star supports. And if you don't run 5-star supports on Skirk, she's kind of pathetic. Even at C6 R1. 4-cost Skirk does 204k. How? Macros, probably. People don't notice how intensive Skirk is because Farina and her C2 are one of the most common characters on any account. Yeah. But yeah, macros are just being really fucking good at the game. Huh. What in the hell? C2 Emilie, I guess? Oh, yeah. Maybe. C0R1 Skirk reaching 220k. I mean, okay. We kind of have to accept here that you're getting 15% more crit rate than you should because this enemy is freezable, right? It's 5 cost, by the way, is it? Wait, it's not just an unfreezable enemy. They made him... This is before they fixed the dummy. The Omen's not popping. Look. Like, the Rune Guard gets unfrozen. Yeah, right? It gets unfrozen, but the Omen isn't popping. This is a stagger immune Rune Guard. This is 100% uptime Mona. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is still very well played, clearly. But yeah, like, this is also very fake. The Varka team at 12 is Varka doing the most damage? Yeah. The rules say that it has to be at least 50%. Flynn's discrimination. No, Flynn's is here too. Wait a second. Is that why the 4-cost Flynn's doesn't use Inefa? Oh! Yeah, actually, that makes sense. If you're forcing your carries to be over 50%, C0R1 Flynn's with Inefa Colombina isn't at 50%, so you probably have to make the team worse to abide by the rules. Both of them are C2 Colombina. That makes sense. I don't think C2 Colombina is better than having Colombina plus Inefa plus Flynn's R1, though. Maybe it is. I don't know. Fuck this whale bullshit, man.